Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss a very important section in the field of physics, that is Newton's law of motion. It's actually Newton's laws of motion because it's not one law, it's three laws. See, in the last class we discussed that Galileo put forward some conclusions. Newton just go through these conclusions. What was the conclusion by Galileo? He concluded that a body continues to be at rest until an unbalanced force acts on it. A body will be at rest only until an unbalanced force acts on it, or a body will sustain its uniform motion unless an unbalanced force acts on it. So that was Galileo's conclusions from his experiment. Newton go through these conclusions and formulated three laws, which is very important sections in the field of physics. As a physics student, you must know these three laws. That is the fundamental basics of physics. Newton's laws of motion. So today we are going to discuss the first law. We'll discuss further second law and third law with its examples. It's very easy actually, but very important. No exams have ever gone without discussing Newton's laws of motion. Any one of the will be asked for your exam. It's a sure question. Either Newton's first law, second law or third law. So today we are going to discuss about Newton's first law. This law is also known as law of inertia. So what is the inertia we will discuss? Okay, what is the word meaning of inertia that we will discuss? Now let's come to the first law. What is Newton's first law? So Newton's first law states that a body continues to be in rest or in uniform motion unless an external force, an external unbalanced force acts on it to change its state of rest or uniform motion. Once more, a body at rest continues to be at rest or in uniform motion unless an unbalanced external force acts on the body to change its state. The stock piece continues to be at rest unless an external unbalanced force acts on it to change its state of rest, or anything that is placed in our table, a book lying in the table, it will be continuing to lie in the table unless some external force acts on it to change its position. So that is the statement of Newton's law. Hope you understood the section. That is just a body continues to be at rest, or if it is moving with uniform speed, it will continue to move with uniform speed unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. And one more thing we have to add to this, a body continues to be at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless an external force acts on it to change its state of rest or uniform motion. So if it is going in a straight direction, the body will continue its direction unless an external force is act on it to change its direction. If a bowler bowls in cricket, the ball continue its motion unless an external force in the form of batsman changes its direction. If he is not there, the ball will move in the straight direction itself. So that is the first law of motion, Newton's first law of motion. This law has three parts. First one is based on rest. Second one is based on uniform motion. And third one is based on direction. So we are splitting Newton's law of motion into three parts. We already stated that Newton's law of motion first law of motion states that a body continues to be at rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless an external force acts upon it. So we added these three terms in the statement. Now we are going to split the statement into three. So we can split as a body continues to be at rest unless an external unbalanced force acts on it to change its position. What is that? Once more, a body continues to be at rest unless an external unbalanced force acts upon it to change its position. A body or chalk piece in our hand continues to be in its position unless an external unbalanced force acts upon it to change its direction. It will be lying here only unless we took that. So we are giving an external unbalanced force. Up to that it will be staying in its position itself. So you can give the examples, book lying in a table or a chalk piece lying in the table or table lying in the ground. You can give any example. Okay. Now uniform motion. A body continues to be in motion with same speed unless an external unbalanced force acts upon it to change its state. That is, if you are rolling a ball, the ball continues to be in the same speed unless an external unbalanced force. In the case of ball, the external unbalanced force is air resistance and friction. So this friction, unbalanced friction and air resistance, that will help to stop or prevent the motion of the ball. So until that force acts upon the ball will continue its motion with a uniform speed. So the statement for second part is a body continues to be in uniform motion unless an external force acts upon it to change its speed. Now third one, a body continues to be in straight line unless an external force acts upon it to change its direction. What is that? A body continues to be in a straight line unless an external force acts upon it to change its direction. That is, if you are driving a car and the car will go in the straight way itself unless we take a turn. By using the steering, if we take a turn, the car will turn. Otherwise, it will follow the same unidirection, that is in the straight line only. So that is the third part. Once more, Newton's first law states that a body continues to be in the state of rest or in uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts upon it to change its state. That law is split into three parts. First part, a body continues to be at rest unless an external unbalanced force acts upon it. A body continues to be in uniform motion unless an external force acts upon it to change its speed. A body continues to be in the same or straight line unless an external force is acted upon it to change its direction. That is the three parts of Newton's first law of motion. That's all for today, because this is very important topic. Just note important in your note also. You can expect these questions for your final exam also. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. If you have any doubt in this section, don't hesitate to ask. You can ask at any time. Okay, thank you.